Hey, George, are you on the line with us?
Yep.
All righty. So we're going to go ahead and get started then. George is here. Okay. So I want to thank everybody for coming to the helpforagingveterans.com webinar. This isn't going to take very long, but I just want to introduce this program to you, let you know what we're up to at LTC Expert Publications and what we're doing currently. So this is a unique and powerful program for home care agencies who provide services to aging veterans. And I know that all of our clients probably have served a veteran at least one time or other. So we want to just invite you all to take part in this program, and we know that it's going to add to all the cool stuff that we already do for you. So we'll just take a look at that real quick. So on the agenda here, I'm going to do just an introduction. Who is Veterans Home Care LLC, just so you get to know who the sponsor of the website is. Help for Aging Veterans Program, the next steps, and then questions and answers. So I'm Valerie Van Boeven, as you probably know, and George Novison is on the line. Hi, George.
Hi, Val. Welcome, everybody.
And we're just going to go really quick through who is Veterans Home Care LLC. Now, these folks are the sponsor of the website, helpforagingveterans.com. And you all already know all the things that we do, but I just wanted to show you this quick graphic. This is kind of, we put this authority site together, helpforagingveterans.com, to kind of add to our suite of authority sites. So LTC Social Mark that you see right here in the middle, that's our main website. That's kind of our company website, the one we market with. And then we have all these other websites around us, and there's actually going to be more added to this very shortly. I don't know how I'm going to fit them into my little scheme here. But anyway, the Home Care Daily is one of our main sites. And if you all haven't been to homecaredaily.com, you should go there. It's just home care industry news. You all are welcome to always submit press releases, content, articles to that to get more visibility. It is seen by about 3,000 folks a month in the home care industry. So you're always welcome to submit information there. Alzheimer's Care Today, most of you are on that if you're in our main programs. My Senior Service is one of the websites that we use to highlight your websites and give you backlinks, as well as Alzheimer's Care Today and Home Care Daily. And then Less Caregiver Stress. That website also gives backlinks to you guys. The LTCExpert.com, you might find yourself there. It's also one where we list all of our clients and give them backlinks to their websites. And then our newest one is this project, Help for Aging Veterans. Now, in the past, we've never charged anything to be on any of these websites. If you're our client, you're kind of in the mix already, or you have the opportunity to be. Help for Aging Veterans is a little bit different because it's more powerful. It gives better visibility, and it's also a sponsored website. So Help for Aging Veterans is a little bit different. So we're going to go through and talk about that. Now, Veterans Home Care LLC is a company that we partnered with. Howard and Bonnie Laderman are the owners, and I'm just going to do a couple of slides about them. When you just have to decide, or you are deciding as to whether you want to be on our site, Help for Aging Veterans, one of the things that you should know is that they are the sponsor, and we do encourage you to contract with them if you want to. You do not have to contract with them. You don't have to do business with them. But, of course, because they're our sponsor, we want to support them. And we know that. So, having said that, this is for Veterans Home Care LLC. Their unique services make the difference. Veterans Home Care begins providing care promptly after the application goes to the VA. So what Veterans Home Care does is they are a provider of services that helps veterans submit and get their claims processed for the Veterans Aid and Attendance Pension Benefit. That is what they do. They have several locations throughout the country, and one of their main office is here in St. Louis, Missouri. And they probably have about 50 staff members here in St. Louis alone. So this is a big organization, although they are family-owned and operated, and they do help all day long. All they do is help veterans with the VA and Attendance Pension Benefit. And what that does is it helps them get home care paid for or partially paid for. Clients pay for their own home care through our interest-free client loan, which they repay from their aid and attendance reimbursements once the VA approves the application. That's a lot of technical language there, but what that means is that in most states, what happens is Veterans Home Care will go ahead and pay for the client to start getting care while they wait for their application to be approved by the VA. So in other words, it takes 4 to 6 months for those applications to be approved sometimes. And if the client doesn't have any money or assets, they can't even start their home care benefit, and that might be a lead lost because they just can't even start getting home care benefits. They can't afford it. But what Veterans Home Care LLC will do is while they are processing that application and helping the family, you can go ahead and start the home care services. Veterans Home Care will pay for the home care services and let the client start that pretty immediately as opposed to having to wait 4 to 6 months. So it's a very good win-win for everybody who decides to participate. And we hope that you'll contract with them. It doesn't cost anything to contract with them. There's no obligation to do it, and there's no obligation to use them even if you are contracted with them. It's just an option for you, and we hope that you'll take advantage of it. So just helping the veteran get their benefits started or their claims process isn't the only thing they do. Veterans Home Care keeps working. Throughout the VA's approval process, they work on behalf of their clients, answering questions, processing additional paperwork, setting up and managing the home care with you, the home care agency. Even after the VA approves the claim, Veterans Home Care is on the job helping clients remain in compliance to receive the full benefit available and maintaining home care scheduling, invoicing, and payments. So just because their application gets approved doesn't mean that that's the end of the paperwork for the veteran and their family. It goes on and on and on. As long as they want to have that benefit continue, they have to continuously meet certain requirements. So Veterans Home Care takes care of all of that for the family and for you, and makes sure that everyone continues to get paid. Veterans Home Care brings home care to disabled elderly veteran families who otherwise couldn't afford it. We assist clients with the VA application and with any required follow-up at no charge. We help clients pay for their home care by providing a loan for the purpose with no interest charges ever. They arrange and monitor each with no charge, and you can contact them if you want to contract with them at any time at 888-808-4290. And we'll give out more information about how to contact them later. So we just want to let you know that that's who the sponsor is, and you're welcome to get in touch with them and sign up if you'd like. This is helpforagingveterans.com. This is one of our, I put this up here because this is one of our authority sites, this little, my little shape here, it just shows you that this is one of many. We're going to talk about this one today and this program in particular. The benefits of the program: better communication and more leads for your home care agency, especially if you're already a client of ours. We already are doing SEO, we're already doing websites, we're already doing blog posting, and when we add this to the mix, it really helps with more keyword phrases. If anybody types in Veterans Home Care or Home Care for Veterans in, let's say, Hinsdale, Illinois, then your stuff is going to show up before everybody else's. So better visibility, more veterans and families get home care help, and that's what it's all about. We want more veterans and their families to learn about this benefit and to be able to take advantage of it. Background: Veterans Home Care LLC chose to work with us, LTC Expert Publications, the leader in local search marketing for the home care industry. Why? To help members of the Veterans Home Care Network and our clients market and promote home care to veterans in their local areas. So we want to make sure that the veterans know that you all are interested in their best interest in getting quality care. Definition of the program. This is a national website. It's designed to provide high-level visibility for participating home care agencies in their local areas. And I'm going to show you some examples here in just a second. Veterans and their families learn about the VA aid and attendance pension benefit, and at the same time learn how to start receiving care with the help and support of Veterans Home Care and you, the local home care agency. So what's in it for you, the home care agency? More local visibility for you. So the more pages you have out there on the internet, and this is one of our clients in Dallas, but the more pages and the more backlinks and the more information that's out there about you, whether it's the way you care for veterans or how you help with Alzheimer's care, the more stuff that's out there about you that's search engine optimized for your local area, the more visibility you're going to get. So we want to make you part of everything we do, and we want to make sure that you're on all of our authority sites so that you get the benefit in your local territory, your hometown. Your agency will stand out from the crowd. We're always looking for differentiators in this market and making sure that you have the message out there that you are an advocate of veterans will be very helpful in your marketing. More home care leads for you. If you're already part of our program, you know how much we calculate and look at all the leads that are generated. We know that this program will only add to that. And you all know just as well as we do that when it comes to home care services, trust is everything. So that's why we made testimonials part of this, articles are part of this. You're going to see what comes into play when you join the program. And of course, higher Google ranking for you. So like I said before, if you have a presence on Google, this can only make it better. And here are the top ways we can help you get better visibility and more home care leads. Your home care agency will have a profile page. So if you've never done this with us before, you can see this is our sample, our guinea pigs, Mary and Mike Depke. They own Home Helpers of Hinsdale, Illinois, in the Chicago area. And you can see this is their profile page. You can look at it directly on the website if you want. My top left-hand arrow is a direct link right to their home care website and their contact information. The middle arrow at the bottom, going across the page there, the middle arrow at the bottom, you can't see the whole thing, but that's actually a form. So if somebody lands on this page for whatever reason, instead of their website or because they were searching for home care for a veteran, there's a form right there, and you can see their phone number very prominently on the left-hand side. All the folks have to do is fill out the form. That form goes directly to Mary and Mike, and or they can pick up the phone. You can see on the right-hand side of the page that there's the Home Helpers logo. There are testimonials that Mary and Mike sent to us. Those are their testimonials, not testimonials from other home care agencies and clients. It's Mary and Mike's testimonials from their clients. And then articles we have written, my last arrow at the bottom right-hand side, those are articles that Mary and Mike have submitted. And in our case, for our clients, sometimes we have those written for them. But Mary and Mike submitted one of their own, and we actually provided one. So they have 2 articles on this website. Every time they submit a testimonial and every time they submit an article, they get more and more and more pages on this website. So that's to their benefit to continue that process. This is kind of a look at the bottom of that same page. You can see that full form there in the middle. And then on the right-hand side, you can see my arrows, the Veterans Home Care Testimonials, articles we have written, and then from our newsroom. Now, the interesting thing with that, my blue arrow from our newsroom is these are the actual blog posts from their Hinsdale Home Care website or their Home Helpers website. So we are bringing in their blog posts that actually we post for them because they're our client, just like you guys are. And we post their blog posts all throughout this website. So they're getting all kinds of cool backlinks just because their stuff shows up on our website. Your home care agency will be able to publish unique articles. And so if you look at this page here, you can see that this is an article either written by us on behalf of Mary and Mike or that they wrote. I can't remember. But the same rules apply. It's not somebody else's information showing up on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. It's Mary and Mike's information. So any article, any generic article that might be out there that they submit or that's on this website, if it's theirs, it's all attributed to them. The whole page is dedicated to Mary and Mike and their home care agency. So veterans, home care for veterans, understanding the resources needed to keep seniors in their own homes. Great article. And on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, you can see that's all Mary and Mike's materials and their testimonials, not someone else's. Your home care agency will be able to publish testimonials. So they've sent us 4 testimonials to get started. I know that's not always easy, but every single testimonial gets its own page on this website. So the more testimonials they submit, the more pages they get on our website. So on the left-hand side, you see, again, it's their information. On the right-hand side, it's their information. And in the middle, it's their information. And there's even a form. You can't see it's kind of cut off, but that bottom arrow is pointing to the same form that was on the other pages. So no matter what happens, no matter what page somebody lands on, if they're in Mary and Mike's information here, they're always going to see a form and a phone number to pick up the phone and make a call or fill out the form and get more help. And that's our commitment to this program, is that you are the only person that they will find on each and every one of your pages. your home care agency will be able to have an additional expert author page. So because Mary and Mike submitted some articles, they now have an additional page, which is their expert author page, and it talks all about them. Again, their phone number, their website, all of their information is there. This is great stuff, and what it will do for them is it will help HinsdaleHomeCare.com, which is their home helpers website. It will help that website move up in the search rankings because they have all this credible content out there leading right back to their home helpers website. So the next question is, and this is actually a question I can answer because we gave this presentation earlier today. Do you have a blog? Your home care agency can showcase your blog post from your website to helpforagingveterans.com. So on the right-hand side, you can see this is one of their pages. You can see that, as I pointed out before, from our newsroom where my arrow is, it's pointing to a feed from their blog. Those are the last 4 blog posts that came through on their website on this day. So if we were to click on Senior Care in LaGrange, Illinois, understanding the resources needed to keep seniors in their own homes, when we click on that, we go straight to Mary and Mike's website. And that's great because that way people aren't being taken away from Mary and Mike's contact information. They're getting more of it. So everything leads back to Mary and Mike. Your home care agency will receive free promotion and press releases. And we do this for almost all of our clients, for all of our other programs, and that remains to be true for this one. After September 28th, right now we're in our charter membership phase. Once September 28th passes, the marketing for this program will be off the hook because then I'm free to write press releases and make big deals out of this program nationwide. So we'll be able to offer this to anybody after September 28th. And believe me, we do a very good job at marketing and PR online, and we will do a huge job of this. So everybody who's involved will have free promotion and press releases that relate back to this website. So the question you're wondering is how much does it cost? And some of you may have already signed up, so you already know. The program is $495 a year for people who are not our clients and who are or who are not part of the Veterans Home Care kind of membership there. But right now it's $180 for the whole year. So it's not $180 a month. It's not. It's $180 for the entire year. After September 28th, it will be for our clients. If you are our client, it will be $295. And if you're a Veterans Home Care Network member, meaning you have a contract with them, it'll be $295 a year. For people who are not either of those things, it'll be $495 a year. So you have until September 28th to get the $180 a year rate. Now, what I will tell you is this. We just had a webinar for close to 100 people from the Veterans Home Care side, and they're signing up left and right. So if I were you, because I know there'll be a backlog, and for us to put all these pages together for you takes a little time. So if I were you, it's going to have to be first come, first serve for a while. So I would go ahead and get my information in as soon as possible so that we can get you on the website, get everything connected right. You can look at all your pages. You don't want to be at the end of that list. So the next steps. If you want to sign up, you go to helpforagingveterans.com/4providers, 4-providers. I'll leave this up here so you can see it. Or you can just go to helpforagingveterans.com, and on the right-hand side there's a tab at the top that says 4 providers. You click on that, you go to the same page. Sign up for $180 for a full year. This offer will end September 28th. There will never be $180 offered, at least not this year, unless we do some kind of special deal next year maybe, but $180 for a full year, and the offer ends 9/28. So having said all of that, I'm happy to take any questions. What I need you to do is go to your questions pane and type in any questions that you might have, and we can answer those. And if you have any other if you have any other questions and you want to contact one of us, you can call George or you can email him at george@ltcep.com, or you can call him at 888-404-1513. It's 888-404-1513. And I'm going to put this other website back up here, helpforagingveterans.com/4-providers. And you can sign up today. There's a little thing that says Get Access Now. You just click on it, it will take you to a page where we want you to fill out some information. If you're a current client with a current website that we put up for you specifically, we may have all that information, so we may not need a whole lot from you, but you still need to go to 4-providers to make your payment. So does anybody have any questions? And while I'm pulling that up, George, did I miss anything? Is there anything I should have should have missed?
I would just add that this particular program and website probably provides more publishing capability than most things we've done in the past. And so all the pages that, whether they're testimonial pages or articles that are locally search engine optimized, will make your chance of being found locally a significant higher amount from even just your own website. For the testimonials, by getting people from different towns, all of you have a whole bunch of towns to cover. By getting a testimonial from different people from different towns, those pages will be optimized for those towns that the care recipient or the veteran came from. That's going to be very, very helpful in terms of your chance of getting found locally.
Yep, absolutely. And we do have one question so far, so folks, don't hesitate. Go ahead and write your questions, and if you have any, now's the time to ask. Does Veterans Home Care charge a processing fee or administration fee to the veteran? And the answer is no, they do not. They never charge fees. They're not allowed to. By law, they do not charge fees to the veteran. Does anybody else have any questions for us about the program, about where to sign up? Now, if you have already signed up, just know that it's kind of, we're in an influx of sign-ups, so we haven't forgotten about any of you. We know who is signed up. We have you on our list, and you will receive an email that shows you where all your profile pages are, where all of your articles are. If you have testimonials, you want to go ahead and send those in, but if you don't, that's okay too. We do have all of your information if you have signed up, and we know about you, so we'll get everything over to you as soon as your pages are live. And then we can also talk about, for those of you who are our clients and have our websites, if you want to put a note or a message on your website, or a logo, or a little, I don't know, icon or something that talks about the benefit, we will do press releases for you. But if you want something more to signify that you serve aging veterans, we will come up with a little something and put that on your website for you if you want it. The next question is, how does a client get the VA benefit? Well, that's a long, complicated answer, but if they're a veteran who is served during a period of war, this is a non-service disability. This is a let's see, how can I say this? They don't have to have been injured in an active war to get this benefit. This is for anyone who served during a period of war or their surviving spouse. So what Veterans Home Care was telling us as far as the processing of the benefits, they actually, 50% of their business is actually widows. So for all of you who never dealt with this before and haven't really been, haven't really done a whole lot of research on it or don't know much about it, the best thing you could do when someone calls up for services, or you get an inquiry, or even if you're just talking to a referral partner, you might tell them that, hey, if our clients are a veteran and served during a period of war, and that's all defined on the website, Help for Aging Veterans. You can look at that. Or if they are a surviving spouse of a veteran, we can help them, get the paperwork processed. So if a client calls us to get VA benefit, do we refer them to someone? So yes, if a client calls you up, or if a client hits on your website, the best thing to do from our perspective is to connect your client with Veterans Home Care so that Veterans Home Care can pre-qualify them, make sure they qualify for the benefit, because it's not just if you've served during a period of war, but you have to be a certain age, I think 65 and older, and you also have to have a certain set of assets. You can't, this isn't for, not in a program that's going to be, wealthy people aren't probably going to qualify for this, but it's for people who could otherwise not afford home care. So so they're going to pre-qualify them, ask them some questions, or their family members, and then they're going to get the ball rolling. And the good news is that you can get paid while they're waiting and provide the care and keep the client while they're waiting for home care, for their benefits to process and go all the way through. Veterans Home Care wants you to, keep the client and do the home care part of it. They just want to process the benefits and get everything set up. So that's how they work. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. I think it's not a high margin business for everybody, but it's certainly a good lead when you can get it. So what if they get a loan and then they find out they don't qualify for the VA benefit? That's from Liz. Liz, they pre-qualify everybody, so they are not going to offer to pay for care if they know. They've been doing this for, as long as I've been. They're located here in St. Louis, and I've known Bonnie and Howard for at least 15 years, so they've been doing this a long time. They pre-qualify everyone, and they're super good at it. So if they aren't going to qualify for the VA benefit, they do not loan them the money, period. They have to be very sure, because they're taking a huge risk. They have to be very sure that that they're going to qualify before they'll loan them the money. Does the client pay Veterans Home Care to get the benefit? If so, how much? No, the veteran does not pay Veterans Home Care. The client does not pay Veterans Home Care anything. I think what, Dave, you're wondering is how does Veterans Home Care make their money? And the answer is that when you work with them, not all home care agencies want to work with them. A lot do, and sometimes 40% of people's business come from a relationship like this. But when Veterans Home Care gets involved with the client, they take and they are helping with that benefit and taking that risk. They take a portion of the hourly rate that you are being paid. So they get paid based on whatever your hourly rate is. They get a portion of it. So what you're doing is giving up a portion of what your agency is getting paid in order to have that lead as a client. But otherwise, they would have not been a lead at all, or they would have not been a client at all because they simply can't afford the care. So there are some trade-offs here. They do have to make money. They do process and do everything very well. They're very professional. They have a bank of 50 care managers and staff that help these veterans from very beginning to end, and they're really good at what they do, and they're very kind people. So it's something that I would hope you consider. Dave is asking how much of the hourly rate do they get, and truly, I do not know the answer to that. That's something you would have to talk to them about, and you can certainly call them if you go to helpforagingveterans.com. You can learn more about Veterans Home Care. Their information's on the left-hand side of the page. You can go there and click on it, or you can just call the toll-free number at the top of the page. And you can talk to, I think Howard and Bonnie are on their way to a much-needed vacation right now, but actually Susan is the person that you would probably want to ask for. And Susan can help you know how much, or she can talk to you about what it means to be contracted with them. So, but you don't have to do that. If you don't want to, you certainly don't have to contract with them at all. You can still be listed on the site and still talk about your affinity and how you advocate for veterans, aging veterans. So we hope that either way you'll decide to move forward, and helpforagingveterans.com is the website. /providers is where you go to pay if you want to sign up. And I think other than that, we're pretty much done. George, you have any final words of wisdom?
No, I think you covered it all. We would encourage, both Valerie and I would encourage that you talk with Howard or Bonnie or the Least Veterans Home Care, call in and find out the specifics, because you don't want to guess about what this is. They have a couple of different models they work with, and the details of that, we don't get involved in that at all ourselves. So you want to find that out. You'll also learn a lot about how to work with veterans.
They're very good. So it's great, even if it's just a phone call to discuss what they do. We found that it's a great model. We did do some due diligence on them and several other companies, and we like them because we know that they're doing the right thing by the veterans. So they're a great sponsor, and we hope you'll take advantage of it. So having said that, I think we are done with our webinar, and I'm going to close out. I will send the replay out to everybody, and if you have any questions, you can get a hold of George or myself, George at LTCEP.com, or you can call us at 888-404-1513. But if you have questions about Veterans Home Care specifically, and what they do, you might want to call them directly. And their phone number's on the website, helpforagingveterans.com. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.